Hey guys, before this video begins, I want to talk to you quickly about passion. For my entire life, I've been a passionate Star Wars fan, and I was very fortunate enough today to actually get an invite to the press screening of The Rise of Skywalker in LA next week. If you guys would like to help me get down there, in which case get a lot of on-the-ground coverage of the movie, then I would really appreciate it, and my PayPal link is in the video description. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I just simply don't want to miss, so I thought I would ask you for help, and I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Thank you. And may the Force be with you, always. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys all doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater. And you know, I am very happy to say that I am a Keanu Reeves fan, and that we are currently living in the Keanu-sence, right? The Renaissance era of Keanu Reeves' career, where he is in the John Wick franchise, and everyone loves that franchise, and he's just finally being shown as the gentle human that he is, the grand human that he is, and that he's being rewarded for his kindness and the way he lives his life. And that's fantastic, because I feel like so many people never get that chance, right? But one of the crazier things about living in the Keanu-sence right now has everything to do with the competing franchises that fans are really interested to see. And that, of course, is John Wick and The Matrix. Now, we know John Wick Chapter 4 has been commissioned, has been greenlit. Lionsgate was like, all steam ahead, mofos. And we know that Warner's is doing The Matrix 4 with Keanu Reeves coming back, which is super weird considering the fact that, his character died 16 years ago at the end of Matrix Revolutions. So don't quite know how that one's going to play out, but apparently that's the case. However, here's what we found out today, and it's quite fascinating because it's really turning some heads. So according to Screen Rant here, Matrix 4 versus John Wick 4, both Keanu Reeves movies are opening on the same day. This is true. May 2021 could be a box office fight between Keanu Reeves and himself, as Matrix 4 and John Wick 4 now have the exact same release date. This, my friends, is the true Gemini Man. This is the true movie we didn't get with that Will Smith one. Anyway, this is what it says. The Keanu Reeves Renaissance has reached its apex, as Matrix 4 and John Wick 4 are currently set to be released in theaters on the exact same day. Following his days of playing Neo in the Matrix franchise in the late 90s and early 2000s, Keanu Reeves' days of being a major action star appeared behind him. That all changed when John Wick dropped in 2014 and revitalized his career. Thanks to the release earlier this year, there are now 3 entries in the John Wick franchise, and Reeves' stock in Hollywood is through the roof. He's made a very self-aware cameo, and Netflix Always Be My Maybe that generated great memes and gifs. But then John Wick Chapter 3 became a box office hit and saw Lionsgate quickly announce plans for John Wick 4. Even with the long-jesting Bill and Ted 3 set to come out next year, most were not predicting that Reeves would return for another one of his classic roles, but that's exactly what he'll do by returning in The Matrix 4. And this is crazy. Now, it just says here, just a few months after confirming The Matrix 4 is happening, Warner Brothers announced it has a release date. It will hit theaters on May 21st, 2021. This piece of news is quite exciting for fans eager to return to The Matrix, but it also sets up an unprecedented box office showdown between Keanu Reeves and himself. As of right now, Matrix 4 and John Wick 4 are going to be released on the same day. And that is, again, that's making worldwide headlines right now. Everyone's talking about it right now. Like, holy crap, oh my God, what the hell's happening? How is this a thing? How is this going down? What the hell? Well, I have some theories, if I'm being honest with you. I have some theories, and it all has to do, believe it or not, with Batman v Superman and Captain America Civil War. Now, if you remember any of those films from 2016, so a little over 3.5 years ago, you know that they originally were set to come out on the same day. And, well, Warner Brothers, they blinked first, and that I think, in their mind, cost them. But this is an article from back in 2014, 5 years ago, is when we found out that Batman v Superman is moving away from Captain America 3's release date, saying Marvel Studios and Warner Brothers DC Comics have been playing a serious game of chicken these last few months. While Marvel claimed the May 6, 2016 release date as their own all the way back in June 2013, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice decided to move to the exact same weekend this past March after being delayed nearly a year. We've spent the months since wondering which superhero blockbuster would finally end up moving. And and today we have an answer, and it was BVS. It was absolutely Batman v Superman that moved 5 weeks to March 25th, 2016. And that movie was nowhere near as good as Captain America Civil War, 100%. And Warner Brothers finds themselves in this exact same position of their own making. They have put Matrix 4 up against John Wick 4. And I mean, look, we know that Keanu is going to be in the Matrix 4. We just don't know how much of it is going to be Keanu. If they're putting a whole bunch of new cast members in and this takes place well after the fact, I mean, is he playing Neo? Is he playing John Anderson? Who is he playing? We don't know yet. But I would say that they're trying to bank on the success of Keanu Reeves in the name of Keanu Reeves as a way to, well, probably force Lionsgate to push John Wick Chapter 3 in order to reclaim that mid to late May release date where it's going to have higher box office returns, or at least so they think. And the truth of the matter is this. They're dumb to do this, by the way. They're so dumb to do this. This is playing a game of chicken again, but they think that it's Lionsgate and it's a lesser competitor. All right. Well, let me just kind of break it down for you like this. We've had 3 John Wick movies since 2014, and they've all been progressively better and more successful than the ones before it, which leads us to believe that there's literally no way that John Wick Chapter 4 would be any different. There's no way to think that it wouldn't be anywhere near as big or as good or as crazy or as over the top or as beloved. But The Matrix, with Reloaded and Revolutions coming out both in 2003, and also to kind of lackluster reviews, and not a lot of people talk about them anymore in regards to anything other than like, oh yeah, they exist, but not so much the quality. One must ask yourself, is this really a smart move? No, the answer is not. The Matrix does not need to come out in May. The Matrix can come out during an off month. It should be released in March like it did in 1999, or perhaps released in November, right around that time of year. The Matrix is not a summer movie. It shouldn't be treated as a summer movie, and trying to force it into that summer schedule is only going to hurt it, especially if you're taking on John Wick. Now, granted, look, there's a year and a half until these movies are meant to come out, so anything could happen in that period of time, but I don't think I'm alone in thinking that that this should be something that ends up going the way of the dodo, 100%, right? I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think Matrix will move, or do you think John Wick will move? If you want my honest opinion, it's going to be John Wick. I'm sorry, The Matrix. It's going to be The Matrix. John Wick's going to hold firm because Lionsgate has every reason to look Warner's in the dead of their eyes and just go, "You're moved, chicken," because they've blinked before and they'll definitely blink again. Anyway, leave me your thoughts, your comments. I want to hear them down in the comment below. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a fantastic day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, notify, all that. Peace out.